Around the globe, there exists a handful of snakes capable of causing serious harm or death to humans. Although the majority of snakes in the world are relatively harmless and capable of inflicting only minor flesh wounds, a small number of species are quite dangerous to humans due to their aggressive behavior and potent venom. 10. Mojave rattlesnake, Crotalus scutellatus, average size, 3.3 feet, geographical range, southwestern United States and central Mexico, conservation status, least concern, population stable. The venom of the Mojave rattlesnake is extremely deadly, and nearly matches the toxicity of several elapids, such as the king cobra. Bites from the Mojave rattler often have delayed symptoms, prompting individuals to often underestimate the severity of their bite. However, within hours, vision problems, difficulty speaking, swallowing, as well as muscle weakness are very common. Moreover, the venom often causes difficulty breathing and often leads to respiratory failure if prompt medical treatment is not sought. Despite its potency, however, fatalities from the Mojave rattlesnake are relatively rare due to the prominence of crofab antivenom. This antivenom, which uses the Mojave rattlesnake venom in its manufacture and development, is highly effective for neutralizing the effects of the snake's bites. 9. Philippine Cobra, Naja philippinensis, average size, 3.3 feet, geographical range, northern Philippines, conservation status, near threatened, population decreasing. Composed of a postsynaptic neurotoxin that directly affects the respiratory system of its victims, the venom of the Philippine cobra is extremely potent. It is also known to cause paralysis of the neuromuscular system. Symptoms of a cobra's bite include extreme nausea, vomiting, migraines, abdominal pain, dizziness, diarrhea, difficulty speaking and/or breathing. Unlike the Mojave rattlesnake, symptoms often appear very rapidly, within 30 minutes. Although treatments are available to help mitigate the venom, they are not always successful, and the cobra's bites often result in death. To make matters worse, the Philippine cobra also possesses the ability to spit its venom at potential victims, causing serious damage to the eyes if hit, including permanent blindness. 8. Death adder, Acanthophis antarcticus, average size, 1.3 feet, geographical range, eastern and coastal southern Australia, conservation status, vulnerable. The death adder's venom is a highly toxic neurotoxin. Bites from a death adder are extremely deadly and can result in death within 6 hours if treatment is not sought out. Similar to other snakes in this list, the venom often causes paralysis, as well as a complete respiratory system shutdown. Although antivenoms have been developed for the death adders, deaths still occur from their bite as antivenom is only able to slow down the progression of symptoms to a degree. 7. Tiger snake, Neurotoxin scutatus, average size, 3.9 feet, geographical range, southeastern Australia, including the Bass Strait Islands and Tasmania, and the southwestern part of Australia, conservation status, least concern, population stable. The tiger snake's venom is comprised of highly potent neurotoxins, coagulants, myotoxins, and hemolysins. Symptoms of their bite include extreme pain in the foot and neck, body tingling, excessive sweating, numbness, trouble breathing, and paralysis. Luckily, there is an effective antivenom, provided that the bite victim receives care in time. The mortality rate for untreated tiger snake bites is nearly 60%. Of the recorded snake bites in Australia between 2005 and 2015, tiger snakes accounted for approximately 17% of all bites in the region, wikipedia.org. Out of 119 bites, 4 individuals died from complications. 6. Russell's viper, Daboia russellii, average size, 4 feet, geographical range, India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Nepal, Myanmar, Thailand, Pakistan, Cambodia, Tibet, China, Guangxi, Guangdong, Taiwan, and Indonesia, conservation status, least concern, population stable. Chain vipers produce a considerable amount of venom in their bites, which are highly lethal to humans in doses of 40 to 70 milligrams. Common symptoms from a chain viper bite include excessive bleeding, particularly in the gums and urine, a rapid drop in blood pressure and heart rate, blistering, necrosis, vomiting, facial swelling, kidney failure, and blood clotting. For individuals who seek emergency attention, antivenom is relatively effective against the chain viper. However, pain from the bite often continues for approximately 4 weeks and is known to cause severe tissue damage. Approximately 29% of survivors also suffer from damage to their pituitary glands. 5. Black mamba Dendroaspis polylepis, average size, 6.6 to 10 feet, geographical range, southern and eastern Africa, conservation status, least concern, population stable. Unlike other snakes, the black mamba typically delivers multiple bites when it strikes. Its venom, which is composed primarily of neurotoxins, induces symptoms within a span of 10 minutes and is fatal if antivenom is not administered rapidly. Rather than causing local swelling and necrosis like many venomous snake bites, a black mamba's venom often causes severe tingling, a metallic taste in the mouth, drooping eyelids, neurological dysfunction, blurred vision, and paralysis of the respiratory system. Extreme drowsiness, inability to speak, nausea, vomiting, and extreme sweating are also common. Humans that are bitten by a black mamba will usually die within anywhere from 30 minutes to 3 hours after injection if medical treatment is not administered rapidly, but fatalities have been reported in as little as 20 minutes after injection. Unfortunately, antivenom is not widely available in many of the rural areas the black mamba calls home, where deaths caused by this highly venomous snake are still frequent. 4. Eastern brown Pseudonaja textilis, average size, 4.9 to 6.6 feet, geographical range, eastern and central Australia and southern New Guinea, conservation status, least concern, population stable. The eastern brown snake's venom is extremely deadly and is responsible for more deaths in Australia than any other snake species. Out of 35 reported snake bite deaths between 2000 and 2016 in Australia, 23 of them were caused by the eastern brown snake, University of Melbourne, 2017. That being said, bites from this snake have a fairly low mortality rate, just 10 to 20%, since the snake does not typically deliver a high volume of venom with each bite. Early symptoms of an eastern brown snake bite include coagulation of the blood, a sudden drop in blood pressure, severe bleeding, and heart failure. Other symptoms include kidney failure, extreme nausea and vomiting, and migraines. Symptoms begin rapidly, within 15 minutes of being bitten. However, depending on the amount of venom injected during the bite, some individuals have been known to develop extreme symptoms within only 2 minutes. Neurotoxicity is rare with the eastern brown snake's bite, as its venom typically attacks the cardiovascular system of its victim. Although antivenom has been available since 1956, the rapid onset of symptoms often negates the benefits of the antivenom, as victims often slip into cardiac arrest before appropriate care can be given. 3. Inland Taipan Oxyuranus microlepidotus, average size, 5.9 feet, geographical range, the west and southwest of Queensland, far west of New South Wales into the northeast corner of South Australia, and the southeast of the Northern Territory, conservation status, least concern, population stable. The taipan's venom contains high levels of neurotoxins. One bite from a taipan often results in paralysis of the victim's nervous system and clots the blood, preventing an adequate flow of blood through the blood vessels. Headache, nausea, vomiting, convulsions, paralysis, and myolysis are also common results of taipan bites, with respiratory paralysis setting in anywhere from 2 to 6 hours after the bite. Prior to the development of taipan-specific antivenom in 1956, only 2 individuals were reported to have survived the snake's bite. But the window of use for this antivenom is fairly small, so getting medical help immediately is critical, as with all venomous snake bites, of course. 2. Blue Krait Bungarus candidus, average size, 3.6 feet, geographical range, throughout Thailand and much of Southeast Asia, conservation status, least concern, population stable. The blue Krait's venom is highly potent and consists of extremely powerful neurotoxins that paralyze its victim's muscular system. The neurotoxins are made up of presynaptic and postsynaptic toxins that are known to directly attack an individual's ability to speak or think clearly. The blue Krait's venom also attacks an individual's respiratory system, causing suffocation from an inability to breathe within 4 hours. Other symptoms of a Krait's bite include paralysis, severe abdominal pain, cramps, tightened facial muscles, as well as blindness. Unlike other snakes, such as the chain viper, which produce anywhere from 40 to 70 milligrams of venom in their bite, the blue Krait produces only 10 milligrams. Even this small amount, however, is extremely potent and provides the same effects of other venomous snakes listed on this article, with only a fourth of their overall levels. Although people often experience no pain from a Krait bite, providing them with false reassurance, death is common within 4 hours if left untreated. Untreated mortality rates for blue Krait bites are an astounding 70 to 80%. 1. Belcher's sea snake, Hydrophis belcheri, average size, 1.5 to 3.3 feet. Geographical range, primarily near the tropical reefs of the Indian Ocean, Gulf of Thailand, New Guinea, Indonesia, and the coastline of the Philippines, with some specimens found off the coast of Australia and the Solomon Islands. Conservation status, unknown, data deficient. The Belcher's sea snake is so poisonous that a single bite can kill an individual in less than 30 minutes. Studies have also shown its venom to be 100 times the strength of the inland Taipan snake. Luckily, the snake's mild manner and temperament often prevent it from attacking humans. Moreover, scientific studies have shown that the snake can control its venom secretion, and only releases venom in a quarter of its bites. The snake's venom contains high levels of neurotoxins and myotoxins. 1 drop of its venom is thought to be strong enough to kill 1,800 people. General symptoms of their bite are extreme nausea and vomiting, migraine headache, diarrhea, extreme abdominal pain, dizziness, and convulsions. Other symptoms include paralysis, muscle impairment, extreme bleeding, hysteria, respiratory failure, and renal failure. Although antivenoms exist to counteract the snake's deadly bite, immediate treatment is crucial for preventing death. Comment, subscribe.